Hello, this is Dr. Liv with New Insight Counseling, and thank you for joining me in another video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. The title of today's video is 7 Important Life Lessons. Number 1, know who you are. Develop your own identity. If you don't know who you are, please take the time to figure this out by doing some self-reflection. Figure out your likes and dislikes, interests, hobbies, goals, and dreams. Stand for something. Be tenacious in your beliefs and values. It is very true that when you don't have an identity and when you don't stand for something, you will likely fall for anything. You're more easily convinced, fooled, or swayed by the influences of others, including those who will deceive and manipulate you or lead you down the wrong path. And oftentimes, and unfortunately, people want to fit in so badly until they'll do whatever it takes just to be on any path because they want to be liked and accepted. And this definitely isn't good. You want to be able to think for yourself and learn to trust your own decision making. Even if you're a spontaneous person, you still need to exercise common sense, wisdom, and discernment. Stand firm. Don't just blow to and fro like leaves in the wind or like the inflatable tube man you see at some businesses. Learn to validate yourself more and rely on external validation less. The more you learn to accept yourself, strengths and weaknesses, be okay with who you are, and develop healthy self-esteem, knowing your value and worth, this will be your armor and protection against codependency and toxicity. And it is also the less likely you will rely on acceptance and approval of others. You understand that it's okay to be your own person, and you're more likely to be a leader and not a follower. So number 1, know who you are, develop your own identity. Number 2, face your fears and anxieties. Don't let them cripple you, and don't use them as a crutch. This can cause you to miss out on a lot of joy, happiness, and good opportunities in life. Fear and anxiety only cause you to doubt yourself, worry about things that could happen or might happen. Fear and anxiety also exaggerate circumstances so that they look insurmountable. And fear and anxiety creates problems when there are none, causing you to feel helpless, hopeless, and stuck. So learn to push past your fears and anxiety by incorporating what I call the DOC acronym, DOC. This means doing things that are different, opposite, and challenging from what you're used to doing. This is how you will discard old habits and form new habits. This also means you have to check the thoughts that keep you stuck. And you have to change the thoughts that keep you stuck. You have to change the self-talk that keeps you stuck. And behaviorally, you want to change the habits and circumstances that are keeping you stuck. And of course, as much of what is in your control. But trust me, it's worth it. Don't let years pass you by and you end up with a bunch of regrets from things you wanted to do but didn't do because you were overthinking or letting fear and anxiety hold you back. Number 3, develop social skills. This is so important. Social skills are your soft skills or people skills. Learn how to cooperate, respect rules and authority, respect boundaries, and interact with different types of people. Learn how to effectively listen, communicate, and resolve conflicts. It is so important to learn this regardless of your personality type, such as introvert or extrovert. We use social skills every day when we talk to people at home, school, work, the community, when we handle business affairs and day-to-day life affairs. We're always talking to someone or interacting with someone, and therefore we have to be able to adjust our communication and etiquette or manners appropriately, depending on what the situation calls for. This doesn't mean being fake. What it does mean is that different situations and different people, depending on their role or position or relationship to you, require a different code of conduct. For example, A person wouldn't talk to their child the way they talk to their spouse or another adult, or wouldn't talk to their supervisor the way they talk to their friend. Even if the supervisor is a friend, there should be boundaries that keep the friendship separated from the working relationship. So many arguments, conflicts, fights, and fatalities could be prevented if people would learn how to communicate effectively, keep their emotions regulated, control their impulses, and learn how to resolve conflicts effectively in a different way, even if that means agreeing to disagree or not engaging at all. So please learn social skills. Learn how to carry yourself in life and conduct yourself in life. Be able to function properly in more than just one type of environment. Number 4, develop coping skills. These are your self-management and life management skills. These skills help you deal with your thoughts and emotions, including everyday life stress. Without proper coping skills, you become easily agitated, easily stressed out, anxious, depressed, angry, and you resort to the use of negative coping skills such as avoidance, procrastination, escapism, and numbing. Instead of coping, you end up covering your problems, running away from them, numbing yourself with alcohol, substances, or anything or anyone just to help you get a release from stress. And this ends up being self-sabotaging. So develop the proper coping skills to manage yourself and your stressors. Don't just do what's easy, what helps you get by, what you feel like doing. Because oftentimes these are the very things that keep us stuck, and these are the very things that will worsen problems. Coping skills are like your tools for fixing and managing life. Number 5, self-care. Fill your own cup first. It is not wrong and it is not selfish, like many of us have been taught or led to believe. It is a right, it is a privilege, and it is a priority that we should fulfill daily or as much as we can. Lack of self-care is like pushing a vehicle when it needs to be serviced, or a vehicle running out of gas. Unlike a vehicle, however, we only get one body and one life. So we can't just push and give and neglect ourselves, never take the time for self-care, including enjoying our life. So whatever your self-care is or means to you, do it and do it daily. Make it a regular part of your schedule or routine. Make sure you take the time to rest and recharge and replenish your mind and body. Number 6, assertiveness. You have a voice, and your thoughts and feelings matter. You matter. Your needs and concerns and expectations all matter. And you should always speak up for yourself, even if it feels weird or wrong or difficult. Being assertive simply means being open and honest, direct, yet tactful and respectful. Don't internalize stress and just put up with things because you feel like you have to, or you're worried about not being liked or accepted or upsetting someone, or because you feel wrong if you bring up your concerns. If you think you feel anxious and stressed by not doing so, this will only magnify times 1,000 the longer you hold your emotions in and not address things. The more it worsens your distress, this will also turn into anger and resentment towards the person or situation. And you'll find yourself avoiding, not wanting to talk to or interact with the person or situation, and you'll become so overwhelmed until you eventually snap out of anger, irritation, or stress. And of course, this wouldn't be good either. So it's always best to address issues sooner than later. Don't let things pile up and don't linger in addressing them. Number 7, boundaries. Be selective and protective of your time, energy, who and what you entertain and allow into your life. Don't be afraid to turn down an invitation, to say no, to leave early, to take care of your self-care, your work, family, and other obligations, or to tell someone what you don't do. For example, if you don't drink, if you don't smoke, if you don't go to clubs. And if people don't like it, then they just don't like it. But don't make yourself uncomfortable or put yourself in danger or potential danger trying to please or impress someone. Don't put yourself in situations where you compromise your own safety or you're trying to fit in. If you have to do this, that's the number one indicator that you don't belong in the first place. And there's nothing wrong with that. Be who you are. Be true to yourself. And this goes back to number one of being able to have your own identity and stand for your own beliefs and values. Everything is not for everybody, and this is okay. And the people that are truly your friends or truly love and care about you, or they're accepting of you, they will respect this. So the 7 life lessons are: number 1, know who you are, develop your own identity. Number 2, face your anxieties and fears, work through them. Number 3, develop social skills. Number 4, develop coping skills. Number 5, prioritize your self-care. Number 6, learn assertiveness, be assertive. And number 7, set healthy boundaries. I hope this helps. Please leave your comments down below, and we will talk soon.